Hello everybody. This is a video for English teacher. I could apply to any kind of language teacher, Spanish teacher, French teacher, any language pretty much. But the focus will be on the English language. Probably you already know, or maybe you don't, but it's quite a useful technique you can use with your students if you happen to be an English teacher. The technique is called drilling. Okay, what is drilling about? Well, drilling basically it's a way of making you students build um, grammatically correct sentences by following a model. So, say for example, you want to work on present simple. So you're gonna do one example. So, for example, you're gonna say, I don't like football. She doesn't like football. Okay, you give one example so your students know what the drilling is about, and then you're gonna make up another sentence following this model. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna give your student one sentence with I, in this case in the negative, and your student must give you the same sentence using she, for example. So here, for example, you're working on when to use don't and doesn't. It could be something different. It could be, for example, so you give an answer to a question. For example, mm, she doesn't like TV. And then you ask your student to give you the question to this answer. So you could, for example, if you see your student is a beginner, you could help your student by providing some clues or some words of the question. For example, you give your student what. So here your student have to give you the full question. For example, imagine she says something like this: what she likes. And then you repeat what, and you're gonna with your hands you're gonna indicate that everything is correct up to what. Or you could provide what does, and then she like. Yes. If you have more advanced students, intermediate or advanced students, you could work on phrasal verbs, for example. Like you could give a full sentence without a phrasal verb. For example, she collects her children at school. And then you can give a preposition, for example, up. So the student have to make up another sentence by using a phrasal verb with the preposition up, with the same meaning. For example, yeah. Also, you could also use translation, okay, providing a model. For example, you give this model, for example. So this is the general pattern for present simple questions. And then you give a sentence in the student's native language. I'm talking about beginner students, okay? A1, A2, all right? So for example, imagine you are teaching, say, I don't know, French student. Imagine you want to say, for example, combien de fois tu dis brosses les dents? So your student have this model, all right? Let me give you, so this is like a question word, auxiliary verb, subject, verb, everything else here, preposition, okay? So your student are looking at this. Do you have to insist on the importance of order in English, for example? So your student might say something like, how many, and then you should say, how do you say fois? Okay, times. And then she might say something like, she brushes her teeth. Are you're gonna point to whatever it's missing. So you say, careful, you need this. Okay, you need this. What do you need here? Do or does? So your student have to think, okay, she shall need does. Okay. How many times does she brushes her teeth? For example, yeah. You say, okay, do you need es twice? You put it out. Okay, so here you have es, es. Do you really need that in English? And you're gonna say, no, you don't. So, how many times does she brush her teeth? Yeah, for example. Okay, I hope you get the idea of drilling. This is a very, very useful technique. It should take no more than 10 minutes or so in each. I'm talking about an hour lesson, okay? It's really helpful. It helps your student to build confidence. So by doing these kind of exercises, you are teaching your student the structure of general English sentences. Again, you can use this with any kind of a student level. It could be beginner, intermediate, advanced. The more advanced student, the less help they need. Or you could even, try to do some fill in the gap exercises at first if your student are really beginner, and then try to do something like this. I hope this video has helped you anyhow. And if you like, please let me know. I will make more video on teaching techniques. Thank you very much.